You see, lust in the modern day is not a natural desire anymore at all. All it is, it's essentially just a hijacked nervous system that from when you've been watching TikTok, you've been watching OnlyFans, you've been watching all of these hypersexual things that are presented to us. Why? Because that's how the internet has accelerated this entire feeling for men to the point where it's not going out and finding a woman, being with a woman, having a family. It's not for procreation. There's no purpose to it. It's purposeless to almost fill a void that you have. And that void comes from a lot of different things, which I'll talk about. But you have to understand that it feeds your life force. Everything that you do, every time you release carelessly, that's donating energy to this parasite of lust that is inside of you, consistently keeping you from your mission and your purpose. Now, the craziest part about this is I'm not speaking from a person who hasn't experienced this, right? I've experienced this when I was younger, right? I had an addiction to the hub. I had an addiction to all of these different things. I saw women a very different way when I was younger. I never necessarily conquered this whole thing of lust until I realized that I needed a framework to be able to do it. I could not just do it by just thinking my way out of it. It's not that easy. I wish it was that easy. And a lot of people say, well, yeah, you just don't do it. Just don't watch the hub. Don't scroll. Don't do any of that. But you have to trick your mind into doing it, because this is the one thing I'm telling you as a man, if you do not control, it will destroy your entire life. And I've experienced this firsthand, where everything went flat once I allowed for lust to take over my life and allowed for it to master me rather than me master it, which I'll get into. Now, you have to understand that when it comes to lust, it's all about environmental discipline, right? So you have to remove any sort of ambush points that could happen when it comes to it infiltrating your life. So deleting porn, delete that shit, right? Unfollow all the thirst traps that you have. I know some of y'all are following some thirst traps for a reason, right? Remove that on Instagram. You should only be following aspirational people or people who are close to you on Instagram. That is number one, right? You also want to stop idly scrolling on social media, because the whole entire point of these algorithms is to keep you hooked. What keeps a man hooked? His emotions. And what emotion is the most powerful emotion in a man? Lust. Right? So that's the recipe that's being used to weaponize itself against you, to be able to take all of your energy. Your energy comes in your attention. Your energy comes into the money, all those subscriptions you've been buying, right? And you know what subscriptions I'm talking about, the OnlyFans subscriptions, that some of you guys refuse to believe that is a true thing. But there's a lot of men. There's a reason why that industry is still thriving right now. There's a reason why there's a lot of women now that are making a lot of money on OnlyFans. There are men who are buying this shit. It's real. It's not fabricated. They're making money from you. And maybe not you that's watching this, but from other men. And if I can save at least one man from falling into that trap, I've made a difference. So you have to understand that, right? Rewire everything. Structure your day. Structure your day properly. Give yourself exactly what it is that you need to do. And to even do that, you need to have a mission. At the end of the day, you have to have a bigger mission than yourself that you're accomplishing on a regular basis. If you do not have a mission, you will not be able to structure your day in a way to be able to achieve that mission. You'll be mindless, right? So it's always important. What is my North Star? What do I want to accomplish in the world? Do I want to write a book? Do I want to build a business? Do I want to go work at a specific place and climb up the corporate ladder? Does not matter what you want to do, but have a purpose in life. Do I want to get stronger? Do I want to be in the gym? Do I want to learn nutrition? Do I want to learn training? What do I want to learn? Do I want to learn a new language? Give yourself a mission. Doesn't have to be the biggest mission in the world, but it has to be something that you're aiming towards. So that way you can structure your day so you don't have idle time. You don't have any gaps where that lust can seep in, because that's typically what happens. Idle's mind is a devil's playground. So the more idle time you have sitting around not doing anything, the more that thought of lust can fall into your head, and you say, well, okay, it doesn't hurt to really just jump in and just watch this for a quick minute. It's not going to hurt me. It's just a quick, let me just see. Let me scroll on the explore page and see another woman that I'm lusting over, right? So you want to be able to cut all of those idle time gaps. That's very important. And treat your phone like it's a weapon. Treat your phone like it's a tool. It should only be used for mission-related tasks, whether it be connecting with other people, whether it be for training, right? Whether it be for making money, it should be used for making money. Your phone should be a money-making machine. You should be able to be producing so much that you are making money from your phone. You are not using your phone for consumption. When you consume on your phone, you're training your mind to continuously consume, which means that when it comes to your innate desire of lust, that will start to creep in because now you're in consumption mode. I need to consume more visuals. I need to stimulate my dopamine. So when you do that, it ruins you. That's why I always say idle mind is a devil's playground. When you're consuming, your mind is idle, right? And here's the thing. When lust attacks, you don't fight it head on. You change your environment instantly. So the minute that you feel that, drop and give yourself 20 push-ups. Go drive to the gym. Go do something productive. Don't negotiate with the parasite of lust. Never do that shit, I promise you. I used to negotiate with this shit all the time and it would always beat me. But when you start to understand how to actually use it to your advantage, which we'll talk about, the next thing is transmuting the energy of lust. Because lust is an energy. That's what people don't understand. It's not just a feeling, it's an emotion, and emotions are energy in motion. They're essentially energy that you feel that now you act upon, which then creates an emotion, right? So you can't destroy it, but you can transmute it because lust is a dark trait that all men have. And I've talked about integrating your dark side, integrating your shadow. You need to be able to integrate it and transmute it into something that's positive, right? And a lot of ancient warriors understood this. They transmuted their lust into war, into fighting, into doing all these things. Now, for us in the modern time, we can transmute that into creation. We can transmute our lust into creating content. We can transmute our lust into building something. We can transmute our lust into recording anything, content, recording ourselves, whatever it is. You need an output because if you do not have an output, that lust will manifest itself in the most negative possible way. You are in control of all of these dark traits that you have. You're in control. You have to be in control. If you're not in control, they'll be in control. When they're in control, they don't have any positive things that they want to do. All they're here to do is destroy you. But you can control the demons that you have. Lust is considered a quote unquote demon, right? All it is just, it's a trait. It's a suppressed dark trait. If you suppress it too much, it will hurt you, right? So you have to transmute it into positive things. Transmute it to the gym. It is an energy. Energy can be transmuted. It cannot be created. It cannot be destroyed. It can only be transmuted. And you have to redirect that dark energy into something that is positive because there is no light without dark. That's another thing you have to understand. So if you want to be able to do something that's productive, one, you have to face the lust and understand this shit is within me. I have it. Do not suppress it. So many men now, the only way that they can think of actually doing something is suppressing the lust. And when you suppress it, it will manifest itself when you see a woman. You won't even be able to talk to her because all you're thinking of is all of the shit that she has, all the assets that she has. All right? Here, that's all you're going to be thinking about because it has to be pushed towards something. Has to. And best case scenario, if you start to feel that, go approach women, go talk to women, exercise that lust in a positive way, right? In the most positive way that you can. And you also have to understand that lust is the strongest, like I've mentioned before, when you do not have a higher mission. I'll say this one more time. Lust is the strongest when you do not have a higher mission. A lot of men are moving mindlessly. They have nothing going on. They have no purpose. So they make women their objective because lust is driving them. And when your mission is women, women can't follow you because you're following them. So you can't attract any women, of course, right? So you have to get to a point where you don't fall for anything because the mission is bigger than women. The mission is bigger than sex. The mission is bigger than everything. It's about legacy. It's about empires. It's about being a walking myth in your life. That is what it's about. And you have to anchor sex to selection, not indulgence. That's the biggest thing you can do because sex becomes a ritual of dominance and the continuation of your bloodline, not just some cheap release that you need because you don't have a release anywhere else. That's what transmuting is. And that's what happens when you have a deeper mission and a deeper calling for yourself. And again, you're not avoiding lust because you're weak. You're trying to master it so that you understand that I'm too valuable to be drained by some shit like this. Right? And when it arises, you have to talk to yourself internally. Self-talk is very powerful. You have to say, this is stolen energy, and I will redirect it into my body, into my life, and into my legacy. You tell it that every single time you feel like it creeps in, because the minute that you do that, you will rewire your brain unconsciously to start to allow for lust to submit to you and not the reverse. And you will see that reflect in your relationships with women. You'll see that because now you won't have the blinders on. A lot of men, they deal with bad women because they were so lustful at that point in time that they call it post-nut clarity, right? It's not until after they do some shit to where they understand this was the wrong person for me. Why? Because lust was driving their actions. It was the emotion, it was the energy in motion that they had to commit an action towards. So the minute that you can start to break that down and you can start to really, really act within who you really are, and you can master this whole entire energy of lust, you will be one of the most powerful men that you could ever be in your fucking bloodline. That's the deep part. That's the hammer drop. And once I understood this, it all went away. All of it went away. I had no desire to watch porn. I had no desire to sleep with a woman on the first day. Could not care less because I had a mission. It wasn't lustful. I had the mental faculties to qualify and filter when I was on dates and shit like that because I didn't have lust running my life. A lot of men get into shitty relationships because lust is running their life. The thing that you have down there is dictating who it is that you be, who it is that you talk to, who it is that you associate with, and also your life actions, which end up becoming inactions because all you're doing is scrolling. You're scrolling, you're scrolling, you're scrolling. Oh, I see this. Let me get on this. Let me get on that. No, you're not a cuck. You're a man. You have to go out and do shit in life. You have to earn the ability to have sex. Don't just think that you can just sit there. That's the thing. Modern men believe that they're entitled enough to have all these things because the internet has made it easy access. You have to train your brain to say, I need to earn the ability to have sex. I need to earn that shit. I need to build my body. Because what the fuck am I reproducing for if I can't even build my own body? What are my children's genetics gonna look like? The fuck do I look like having sex if I can't even manage myself? I haven't earned that shit. So you have to start to think that way, and it will help you a lot with this. I hope this video is valuable for you. Again, a lot of men asked me this question, and I wanted to create a video that really explained it. If you're interested in any of my programs, my courses that I have, link will be in the description. That will help you a lot when it comes to your overall self-mastery, whether it's charisma and communication. I will have a dating course out soon because I've had a lot of people ask me about that. Have not put that out yet because I'm really getting detailed with it and making sure I deliver something that is actually helpful to you as a man that will transform your relationships and your dating life. Fitness, of course, decades worth of fitness knowledge all in there. And YouTube personal brand mastery if you want to do what I'm doing right now and you want to be a creator, you want to be a masculine creator and be able to influence people the same way that you see me doing now, you can do that as well. The link will be in the description for that. There have been men who have literally transformed their entire careers just from that course and also from my consulting as well when I used to do that. And finally, if you want to work with me one-on-one, VIP, one-on-one mentorship with me, hands-on, I'm basically helping you co-pilot your life, helping you go through all the traumas that you've had, helping you integrate all the dark sides so that you can be as magnetic as humanly possible, and even helping you build a personal brand if that's what you need as well. And you have full guidance, direct guidance from me. All of that stuff will be in my one-on-one mentorship, which there will be a link for you to apply. And if it makes sense to work together, I'll reach out to you on WhatsApp. But that's what I have for you, and I hope that was valuable for you. I'm gonna catch you on the next video.